So you're a guy who loves the durability and the fit of a great pair of jeans, but you're tired of that sea of blue every time you look into your closet. Maybe you want to look a little bit more put together for a date night, or you need a rugged pair of pants for the weekend that doesn't quite look like you're headed to the construction site. Today I'm breaking down 4 pairs of non-blue jeans that range from a $50 classic to a $250 amazing pair of Japanese denim. Stick around, because while one of these is a total no-brainer that I've actually bought twice, I have another one that just feels so comfortable you might even forget that you're wearing denim. Welcome to Stray Reviews. I'm Lee, and I'm here to help you find the best men's lifestyle gear and apparel. And today I'm comparing 4 pairs of colored denim that will help you graduate from that standard blue jeans without losing that kind of rugged edge. I feel like finding the right pair of non-blue jeans is important because it is actually like the easiest way to elevate your style. It gives you the versatility of a chino, but the durability and the comfort and that fit of your favorite denim. If you'd like to take a closer look at any of these jeans today, I'll leave links down in the description below. Let's start off with the Levi's 511 slim fit jeans, and these are in the color that they call New Khaki 3D. The specs on these ones are pretty straightforward, and they are 98% cotton and 2% elastane, obviously for some stretch. The button is really solid on this one, and the zipper, though it's not a YKK zipper, it really has served me well. The Levi's 511 currently sells for $48.65, and they're made in Bangladesh. Now, I have been wearing the New Khaki 511s actually for years. In fact, this is my second pair because I just wore the first one so much and for so long that I finally had to replace them. It's not very often actually that I buy the exact pair of really anything twice, but these are just a total no-brainer for me. Now, I am 5'8" and 165 pounds, and I know that really I can just grab these in a 33-30 and they're going to fit perfectly every single time. I don't even need to try them on, and I love that I just don't have to think about it. And the experience is probably true really for a lot of people, since Levi's have been like in the closet of everyone I know for as long as I've been alive, which is a pretty long time. For being a lighter weight denim, they still have a sturdy-ish quality to them. And like I said, that 2% stretch does make them pretty comfortable without feeling like you're maybe wearing pajamas. The New Khaki color is just an absolute home run. It goes with just about everything in my closet, and they maintain that classic 5'11", slim but not skinny silhouette while looking much more elevated than your standard blue jeans. However, when setting expectations, it is important to remember that these are like mall jeans though. They aren't made in America, and they don't have the high-end construction of the other pairs that we're looking at today. But given that they often sit under that $50 price point, the cost per wear on these is just ridiculously low. The Levi's 511 is for anyone who finds Levi's as their daily go-to, but they want to elevate their look with this versatile, attractive, kind of olive khaki color. Next, we have the Flint and Tinder All-American stretch denim in black. These are an 11.25 ounce denim made from 95% cotton, 4% elastane, and 1% spandex. And even though they have the same amount of stretch as the Levi's, the denim itself has just a much more substantial premium feel to it. They feature a high quality YKK zipper and a solid antique style button, though I will say that the Levi's button actually does feel a little heftier. They also have a chain stitch hem, which I think is a nice touch, and actually all the other jeans going forward today have a chain stitch hem. The Flint and Tinder is made in El Paso, Texas, and it sells for $158. I picked these up in a 33-30 as well, and while they fit similarly to the 511s, I find them just a hair slimmer in the legs. I do love wearing these with like a dark wash denim shirt and maybe a pair of natural rough out boots, and it just looks rugged and sharp at the same time. I'm a firm believer that every guy needs at least one pair of black jeans in their rotation, and these have really done the trick for me. These are probably my favorite jeans actually on the entire Huckberry website. The construction is really where these shine over the Levi's, and they have just a more robust feel to them overall. And strangely enough, these actually tend to pick up less cat hair and lint than my black Levi's do. And I'm just always good with less lint rolling, which you sometimes or oftentimes have to do with black jeans. These are $100 more than Levi's, and I get why that would make some guys wince. They do actually go on sale quite a bit. And also, on the other hand, they're just a much better pair of jeans. The heavier denim can be worn really throughout more of the year, and the construction is just going to hold up better over the years. The Flint and Tinder All-American is for anyone who really likes their kind of Levi's fit, but wants to upgrade to a much higher quality material and American-made construction. Tap that like button for me if you like gear that's built right here in the USA. Number 3 in the roundup today is the Weis Maid Scout jean, and I got these in olive. Now this one is a big departure from the traditional 5-pocket design that we've been looking at so far. The Scout is actually inspired by classic military fatigue pants featuring those distinct patch pockets on the front. In terms of specs, these are a 14-ounce broken twill denim with just 1% stretch, and honestly 1% is all they need. These are the only button fly jeans in the group today, and they feature incredibly beefy custom brass hardware, double needle side seams, and they have, again, chain stitched hems. The Weis Maid Scout is made in the USA and sells for $248. I picked these up in a size 32 because they do run a bit large, so you might want to size down as well. The relaxed fit and the military-inspired vibe make these just the perfect Saturday jeans. They look fantastic with like a favorite t-shirt and sneakers, and are just perfect for a day of knocking around town. I absolutely love the way these look. It is just hard to describe really how impressed I am with Weis Maid. The denim is farmed and milled in the USA, and it has this unique quality of just being incredibly soft while feeling like it's just gonna last you for the rest of your life. It is just the perfect combination. One thing to consider, the length sizes are limited. Unless you're the perfect length for one of their 2 lengths, you're going to have to either cuff them or take them to the tailor to get them hemmed. The Weis Maid Scout is for anyone who appreciates all-American sourced, grown, and sewn gear and wants a pair of jeans that doesn't conform to like the usual 5-pocket template. Number 4 in the roundup today is the Hiroshi Kato Pen Slim in rustic copper. Now, Kato makes really my all-time favorite pair of jeans, and that's the Pen Slim in indigo. And I was really hoping to kind of like recapture that magic with this 10.5 ounce rustic copper selvage. These are 96% cotton and 4% polyurethane, and that 4% gives them a massive amount of 4-way stretch. They're the stretchiest jeans in the roundup today. It is a Japanese salvage denim that has an incredibly cool looking copper and blue salvage ID as well. The Kato pen is made in the USA and it sells for $258. I picked these up in a 33 and the fit is a slightly lower rise than the Flint and Tinder and the Levi's, and these come in one standard length. And I'm going to get mine hemmed, but I'll leave just enough to show off that khaki and blue salvage ID on a single cuff because I think it just looks really cool. When you put these on, they honestly feel like joggers. They are light, they move with you, and they are easily the best summer jeans in the group today. The Japanese salvage denim is incredibly soft right out of the box. The rustic copper color is probably my favorite color in the whole roundup today. It's casual, it's versatile, and it just looks great out in the sun. They're going to be great summer jeans, like I said. The only real complaint might come from like denim purists who think that anything less than 100% cotton isn't real denim. But for those who value comfort, these really are like the pinnacle of jeans comfort. The Hiroshi Kato is for anyone who values that super comfortable 4-way stretch in just like a BA 5-pocket jean. They like Japanese denim and they just want to flash a little salvage ID when they're out in the town. But you tell me, what's your favorite pair of non-blue jeans in the video today? Let me know down in the comments below. All right, I'm going to give you my bottom line opinion, but if you're getting some value out of this today, then I want to invite you to the My Favorite Things free newsletter, where I send out a list of my favorite gear and apparel each month, and I'll leave a link for that down in the description as well. The bottom line is that your wardrobe should not stop at blue. If you're just starting out, the Levi's 511 and new Khaki is the easiest $50 that you'll ever spend. If you want a significant step up in quality, go with the Flint and Tinder All-Americans. For a unique military-inspired look that's made better than really most of the jeans on the market, the Weis Maid Scout is a total winner. And if you want the ultimate in comfort and that premium Japanese salvage denim, the Hiroshi Kato is going to serve you well. But if you do prefer your denim in blue, then I have a great roundup of some awesome blue jeans in this video right over here. I want to thank Weis Maid and Hiroshi Kato for sending me their products for review. My opinions are my own. And I want to thank you for watching. I'll see you over in the next video.